Uh, Very good afternoon, students. So in the last video, we have understand what do you mean by the national instruments, what are the national instruments, and how to acquire the data of a mechanical vibrating system. So we have selected again cantilever beam in that case. So you can select any mechanical system. So we have selected a mechanical vibrating system, that is a cantilever beam. At the end of the cantilever beam, we have connected again a exometer, and then this exometer with the help of this BNC cable, it was connected to this NI 9234 sound and vibration module, and again this sound vibration module was connected to the NI 9174 chassis, and then with the help of the data cable again it is connected to the PC and a LabVIEW software. Okay, so again we have here different types of ports 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are used to interface the software with the real system. So in the last case, dear students, we have understand how to acquire the data and how to create a time response graph. Okay, but what happens here exactly is that whenever the input is a sinusoidal input, for example the input is A sin omega t, means what, your output depends upon the frequency, that is circular natural frequency omega. So in this case the time response graph is not sufficient to analyze, or it is difficult to analyze. So in that case we need to obtain, or we need to create a graph indicator, that is a frequency response analysis graph. So frequency response analysis graph means what? On the y-axis we will have a output, that is an amplitude, and on the x-axis we will have a omega, that is a varying natural frequency, and then we can. So basically how to start with, again the procedure is same, slightly what are the changes I will be explaining you. So again same, here I have connected the exometer, it is a high frequency transducer, and then you can see here already the software is been installed in the PC. So I'm clicking on the shortcut. So once I click on the shortcut, okay, so again we have to the initial procedure we have to repeat. So file, again new, then we'll be getting a 2 workspace windows. So Control T, it will so that will align it. So here you can see again on the blank workspace, right click, again a measurement, NIDAQ max and DAQ assist. So why I have selected a NIDAQ max? As I already explained in the last video, that NIDAQ max is a function which is used to acquire the data of a mechanical vibrating system. So now you will get a window where you have to acquire the signals, then obviously analog input, then as I earlier said that voltage, temperature, strain, current, resistance, frequency, position, sound pressure. So we have connected primary sensing element as exometer. So connect the exometer. Again which port we have used, AI0, finish. Okay, so again the window will open, you have to do some small setting, type the sensitivity depend upon the application and the requirement. So 100 I am selecting, samples I am selecting continuous sample. So samples to read, you can take 2K, 1K as per your requirement. Frequency rate also you can change if you want. I am keeping as 2K in this case, the rate of frequency, and OK. So once you make the OK, you will see that the loop will start building automatically, and this loop represents your real system to acquire the data. So here you can see the signal building way, means what? You can click on the yes. So the loop is created. Slightly enlarged, so it makes it easy to work on. So I'm enlarging it. Okay, again see the procedure is same. Then bring on to the data signal and create a right click, create a graph indicator. Okay, so graph indicator is nothing but a okay, now this is a time response graph which we have already acquired in the last video. Okay, so now right click on the workspace and just type spectral measurement. So you will get here, click on the spectral measurement and then you will get a function spectral measurement. So here select a magnitude peak, and value you can get into the linear value. Okay, so okay, and then you can see that. So I have got the spectral measurement. So spectral measurement is nothing but it's a spectrum analyzer, that is nothing but the FFT analyzer. Now already we have studied in the mechanical measurement and control systems, or maybe a mechanical vibration, that FFT, that is a fast Fourier transformation, or FFT analyzer or spectrum analyzer, is used to convert the time domain into the frequency domain. So mathematically how we do, so let us say the time domain is nothing but a t domain. So t domain we convert into the Laplace domain, that is a S domain, and then we put S is equal to j into omega or I into omega, and then we convert that S domain into the frequency domain. So similarly here also we have to convert this time domain graph into the frequency domain graph. So here you can connect this to this signal. So I am connecting to the signal, slightly I am enlarging, again right click, and here again you have a create a graph indicator. Okay, so now this graph indicator has been created. Again similarly slightly again I am enlarging, so that makes it easy. Okay, so you can see how I build up the loop, DAQ assistance, and using a FFT peak analyzer. Okay, so here you can see, now here you can right click, and here you can type a frequency, shift frequency, okay. So now I have got a frequency versus time. So now we will start running it, sir. So now once you can see again we are giving a tap over here. So once you get the tap, okay, you can see it is running over here. And then we'll stop. Okay, so now I have created a loop with the help of a spectral measurement and DAQ assistance, and so you can see that I have got a two graph. One is the amplitude versus time, that is a time response graph, and second one is the amplitude versus frequency, that is a frequency response graph. Now already in the last video we have understand how to export the data, so again I will be explaining you here. So again right click, export to simplified image. Here I will save a file. You can save again to the, let us say, desktop. You can put a name FR response. Okay, save. So just minimize here, and I'll be showing you the graph. So you can see that basically here I have used a cantilever beam, and here the vibrations are not high. That is why you are not getting a good graph over here. But if you change the application, you will get a graph. You can see the frequency versus amplitude. That is the frequency response graph. This graph is also called as a FFT peak. FFT is nothing but the FFT analyzer, or fast Fourier transformation analyzer. It is also called as a spectrum analyzer, which is used to convert time domain into the frequency domain. Okay, here you can see that a black color line you can see. So here it says that, or we can observe that initially the frequency is very high, and that is why the amplitudes are high, and then the amplitude goes on decreasing. Okay, so basically if you change the application, you can get a proper graph over here. Okay, so in I will be showing you some few graphs in the maybe in the next video, where you can easily identify the difference between the time response graph and the frequency response graph. But till now, here I have already explained you how to create. You can see this is a time response graph, and this one is a frequency response graph. So I have explained the procedure. how to acquire the data by using a LabVIEW procedure, how to create the view. So thank you so much. Okay, we'll meet you soon.